Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Garden City Community Chat. This is episode number 547. It is Thursday, October 14th, 2021, and we're happy you could join us tonight. I am your host, Kerry. Also joining me, the most accurate weatherman and busiest weatherman in the business, Garden City's very own Dr. Tom Iwinski. How you doing, Tom?
Doing well. It's cooling down out there. It's getting a little wet out there.
Yeah.
Fall is definitely moving back in.
Yep, the leaves are definitely falling, that's for sure. Hey, and former Garden City Councilman, longtime resident, Mr. Mike Jones is here. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing great, Gary. Getting better every day.
That's good. Good news. Good news. Hey, tonight we have another good one for you. We try to do a sports update show every now and then and discuss our Detroit team. So tonight we thought it would be great to have Derek Partin, my son, on to give his perspective about all the teams and see how he feels they are doing and much more. You may remember him from the D&D Sports Chat podcast. Well, he'll be here shortly, and we'll also want to hear from you as well. So have your comments and thoughts ready. We appreciate it. But first up, we're going to have Tom in here with the latest weather. He'll be here to break it all down and let you know what to expect, especially if you have any outdoor plans for the weekend. And then, Mike, you're going to be here to close out the show with some community events announcements, I would believe.
Yes, sir.
So stay tuned, grab your favorite beverage or snack, and we hope that you'll join us the next hour or so. Remember, if you have any questions or comments and you're watching us live on Facebook, go ahead and put them in the comments section, or you can text us at 734-788-9319, and we'll do our best to get them answered for you. Well, we hope that you're all safe and doing well. We want to take a minute to do a quick thank you to all of our listeners and supporters of the show who tune in every Thursday night, not only from our hometown of Garden City, but several of our surrounding communities as well. We would love to hear where you're watching from, and let us know in the comments. We really appreciate your support, and we'll continue to promote our community and yours. So please continue to watch, share, and listen. And if your community has any events, announcements, or cancellations that you would like to get out to our listeners, what should they do, Mike?
Well, probably the best way would be to email us, Kerry.
Absolutely. Email the details to gccommunitychat@gmail.com, or you can message us at Facebook, facebook.com/gcchat. And Mike will be more than happy to pass that information along for you. Right, Mike?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get Tom in here now, and then we'll spend some time chatting about sports with our guest, Derek Partin from D&D Sports Chat. So stand by for Tom. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. So we got some rain coming down.
Oh, yeah. Rain's coming down. Temperatures are coming down. Leaves are coming down. You name it.
Typical October.
Yeah, it's finally becoming a typical October.
Yeah.
The majority of this month so far has been a fairly mild and warm month, and today was no exception. We got around 80 degrees for a high temperature today before the rain moved in, and yeah, that's a little warm for October standards. And change is now in the air as this front begins to move into our region, and that brought our first round of rain during the evening hours, a nice downpour of rain, and it's starting to break up the rain a little bit, but on and off rain will continue throughout the night, and it will continue into the day tomorrow on Friday as well. This rain will be light to moderate. It's not going to be like your summer rains where you have extremely torrential downpours and you can't see 5 feet above your hand driving, but nevertheless, it's going to be a steady to layer rain at times tonight into tomorrow night, and finally it begins to move out on early Saturday, and the majority of Saturday looks like it's a great day. So if you have any outdoor plans during this weekend, it should be overall well, just a little bit cloudy and rainy early in the day on Saturday, and then the clouds should really break up late in the day on Saturday and into Saturday night. And temperatures, like I've been saying, aren't going to get back into this into the levels that we've been seeing the last few weeks in the early portion of the month. As we get into tomorrow with the rain, we'll be in the 60s. We'll get into the 60s over into the weekend as well, low 60s. And overnight lows on the weekend will definitely be chilly as well. We'll see temperatures in the low 40s as well. So definitely getting a little bit on the chillier side during the overnight.
Yeah.
We had to break out that nice blanket if you have one in the closet. So some people may want to turn on the heat. Some people are a little bit more stronger than others, but you should be all right with a heavy duty blanket. And as we get into next week, this cool down and drier pattern will be moving in for the majority of all of next week. Temperatures will probably be into the 60s all of next week. Temperatures will be into the mid 60s at times, into the lower 60s at times, and lows, especially early in the week, will be in the 40s, and then we'll probably get into around 50 for overnight lows in the later portion of the week. But other than that, that's kind of the synoptic weather for us. We're going to see rain over the next 36 hours, and then it will start breaking down early Saturday. The cool down will continue into all of next week, and really looking outward probably for the rest of the month. I don't really see temperatures rebounding back to where they have been. We're going to stay on this cooler side probably for the rest of the month. And overall, Halloween, a little bit too early, but it will probably still be on the cooler side as we get toward the end of October. So if you're ready for this fall weather, I know a lot of people are. It's here, and it's here for the rest of the month. So we just have to get through a little bit of rain over the next 36 hours, and then your weather really opens up, and you'll see the leaves really start to change quicker than they are now. And unfortunately, you're going to have to start clinging the leaves as well. But enjoy the cooler weather if you like that. I know one person in particular doesn't, but he had his fun. He had the majority of and over about half the month of some milder weather. So Richard, you're done.
Exactly.
You're going to have to head down south if you want some milder air out there. Other than that, the weather's been fairly quiet across the country. There really hasn't been much going on. The West has actually been dealing with a lot of snow, believe it or not.
Wow.
I do have to mention that a lot of places in the higher elevations have been seeing, believe it or not, 2 feet of snow. So they're dealing with a lot of snow out there, and the good news is that's not coming here anytime soon. So don't think this cool down is bringing those kinds of temperatures and that type of weather. Not quite yet. And the hurricane season has been fairly quiet as well. Severe weather has been fairly busy as well across the central plains with some tornadoes as well. So overall, it's been a relatively active period across the U.S., but kind of nice and benign in the sense here in Michigan. Just a little bit of rain and a little bit of a cool down to deal with. So if you want to keep tuned to all that weather information, just go to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com.
All right. Not really too bad.
Nope.
Nice,
it's Michigan standards for fall.
nice weather to fire up the fire pits, I guess, outside.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it'd be perfect.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, sir. Let me say hi to a few people that are in there watching. We have Patty Fix. How you doing, Patty? Kathy Ward, our #1 fan. Ed Wilhite from Hogg's Backyard Barbecue. How you doing, Ed? Sherry Lynn Bowers in there as well. How are you? There's like 6 others in there, but I can't see their names. So thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah. All right, let's introduce our guest for tonight. He has been on our show several times and hosted his own sports podcast. Please welcome my son, Derek Partin. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Good evening. Doing good?
Good.
We're doing good. Thanks for being here tonight.
Yeah, it's awesome. Always a pleasure.
Hey, first off, I want to give a shout out to your other former co-host, Dan Bartley, and congratulate him on his recent marriage. I understand you were the best man, correct?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was another high honor of mine. Wedding was, can't believe it's already been a week now, and it's crazy. Gave my best man speech. I think I did pretty well. It was a gorgeous ceremony. It definitely was awesome staying up in that. It was the weather held off. We thought we were going to get rained on there for a while. Actually, we got rained on just as we were finishing up taking pictures outside. So, but no, it went off with a smash, and it was a lot of fun. So
Worked out
congrats
good
to them.
Yeah, good, good. Yeah, and for those that don't know, that Dan Bartley is Joe Bartley's son, who owns J&J Taxes and more.
Yep.
So congratulate to Joe too. All right, well, let's dive into it, my friend. Let's talk about the Tigers. It's over.
Hey.
Let me bring this up. In 2020, the season shortened 23-35. They were last place. 2019, 47-114 in last place. This year they finished third in the Central, 77-85, 8 under 500, 16 games back. Your thoughts?
I thought it was great. I thought it was a over exceeding year. I think they definitely exceeded a lot of expectations from the media and from pretty much anybody that would have, thought that they would even come close to 500. And really, if you write off the entire month of April and I think into May, they played well above 500 baseball after the All-Star break. I think they were like somewhere around 10 or 11 games over 500 after the All-Star break. So It was a really, really fun season. A lot of excitement for the future. I'm excited for next season. I think the evolution and breakout season of guys like Casey Mize was great. Tarek Skubal was good.
Yeah.
Matt Manning, I think, is somebody that you got to still pay some attention to and maybe work on some mechanics. But, if they can solidify an off-season shortstop, hint, Carlos Correa, I think that this team is going to be competing for a playoff spot next year. I think it's going to be really, really fun. The draft is going to be interesting again this year. But yeah, I mean, I had them winning 72 games at most this year, and I mean, they well exceeded that. So there was some high points and there were some low points, but AJ Hinch, man, he had this team really, really motivated.
Fantastic.
He really, I mean, I don't think he's going to necessarily win Manager of the Year, but I think he should definitely be in the top 5 running for AL. It's a shame that, he's going to be overlooked from his past and also from, just not being in playoff contention for this year.
Right.
But he was the difference maker, no doubt about it.
He's got a little bit of baggage. That's true. But yeah, he definitely played great for sure. What were you going to say, Mike?
I was going to second all that. Like Derek, I look for mid-70s at the best.
Mm-hmm.
So they exceeded anything I expected. And I think the single key to the season was AJ Hinch.
Yeah.
He just seems to me to be a terrific manager. I'm so happy we got him.
Yeah, they actually played some exciting baseball. I mean, they actually held my interest for a change on TV.
A lot of games. Yeah. Not to mention, obviously Miggy getting his 500th home run. He's only a handful of hits away from 3,000, which he should do that fairly early next year. So you had that to look forward to. I think that played a big role in the excitement and just the overall feel and energy at Comerica Park this year. And it felt different. Yeah, Badu. I mean, obviously that came out of nowhere. Badu. I mean, the jersey sales were starting to kind of really gain a lot of steam. And Eric Haas, hometown boy from Westland. There was a lot of heroes, I guess you could say, in that team, and a lot of unsung heroes. And of course, when you got guys like Jamer Candelario coming up huge, I think right now the biggest thing right now is the shortstop situation and not having that for certain right now. But if you can sign Carlos Correa, I think that would definitely be a big time pickup. And I mean, look what he's doing right now with the Astros and in the playoffs. So next year, I'm excited for it.
You think they're going to keep Scopes?
I think Correa is going to be out of their price range. He's going to want super big money, but there's some other really good choices for shortstop.
You got some payroll to spend, and I think that
Illich says he's not afraid to spend it.
Yeah, I think it's time. I think you've dumped some payload in the last few seasons, and I think you've really garnered up some of that salary cap space, and I think you're ready to spend, and I think you're ready to start competing. I think we're in. I want to say we're in year 5 of this rebuild, maybe 6, depending on how you look at it. And we're well overdue for that next step. And I think next year we're going to take that. I kind of want to say playoffs or bust next year. I think that if you can make the playoffs next year, it's definitely within grasp. It's not, overbounding anything. So I'm looking forward to a really decent run to the playoffs next year.
Yeah, pleasantly surprised this year.
They need a little more help in the starting pitching.
Yeah, they do.
That's what I was going to say. There's rumors going around Verlander's hinting on coming back.
No,
you're not going to get that. That's unfortunate that, coming off of Tommy John, I mean, you got to look at it. He hasn't played in almost 2 years, 2 full seasons, and he's, going to be 39 years old next year. and coming off of a serious surgery like that, and there's still rumors that he's going to be wanting somewhere in the ballpark of about $6 to $8 million a season. You just can't do that. You know, if you can sign him for maybe $2 to $3 million with some added incentives for his performance throughout the season,
his age too now.
Take that. But I don't see it really being realistic as him retiring a Tiger, at least not anytime soon. But the Astros are still going to throw money at him. I still see him in an Astros uniform next season.
Right. Yeah, I do too. I agree. All right. Well, unfortunately, we got to talk about the elephant in the room, and that's the Lions up next. They're last in the NFC North, 0-5. Could they go the season without a win?
No, they'll squeeze out a win someplace.
Yeah, last week was, I think, the closest that they could come, and that's 2 weeks in a row now. You've got burned by the field goal kicking, and especially in a couple of weeks where field goal kickers have been complete garbage. I mean, we've seen the most field goal misses, I think, in the last decade in all of the NFL.
66-yarder, who thought?
Yeah, a record breaking, and we've had that happen to us before. I think Justin Tucker, I don't think he broke the record, but I think he hit a 62-yarder or 61-yarder a few years back and burned us. But yeah,
it's a Bobby Lane jinx still.
Yeah,
if you go back far enough, that kicker up in Denver, wasn't it, to set a record? Dempsey.
Yeah, Dempsey.
Yeah,
that was, I think, 60, wasn't it?
62,
well,
maybe.
Prater had the record. He set that record a couple years back at 64, so that he broke Prater's old record. Tucker's always tough. He's always clutch.
So, what is the Lions' problem? Can you tell me why are they not improving? I just don't get it.
How they don't have a lot of talent.
Improve?
Defense, and
improve.
I like Dan Campbell's determination. I like his. I guess you could say he's ballsy. Last week, I'm going for it, and go instead of taking the tie, going for it there and taking that 2 point and getting the lead. You had that. That was your win. Your defense let you down. I mean, you let them march down the field in 4 plays. I think they went about 65, 70 yards down the field in literally less than 30 seconds, and they won it from you. That's defense, and I think a lot of that too. And Jared Goff is he's average, I think, really. I mean, when you look at what Matt Stafford's doing over there in LA, it's nice to see. Yeah. From a Lions fan standpoint, it's like, well, it's the same old news because we see this all the time with former Lions players that go to other pastures and they better themselves and they go and win Super Bowl. So
yeah, you got to be happy for Stafford.
I am.
He put up with so much crap in Detroit for so long.
That's what happens.
Nice to see him have some success.
With a good team, right?
Well, the problem with Stafford, he was never able to have that full, complete team around him. He either had a great defense, a terrible defense, or he had receivers. He didn't have a run game, or vice versa. It never really came into fruition for him to get the whole entire package rolling. But now having him, he has at least 2 or 3 solid targets. He has a great offensive line. He's getting sacked way less. Yeah. He's able to scramble a little bit with the ball, and he's got a great running game too. So, I mean, LA is going to be a tough team, I think, when it comes to time for the fall and into the winter months.
Yeah, I'll think they're. Just going back to baseball, what about the playoffs now? Who do you like for the World Series?
Well, my pick early, I wanted to go as underdog as possible because I want to steer clear of the Dodgers. I want to steer clear of the Astros. Yeah. But I'm telling you what, it's going to be one of those 2 teams. I hate to say it again. It's the same old song and dance.
That's a good series.
That's going to be. Dodgers got a tough game tonight.
Yeah, they do.
Well, yeah, either way you look at it, I think the winner of that game, because that is Game 5, it's the deciding Game 5, Giants and Astros. Whoever wins that game, in my opinion, I think will win the World Series, or at least will go to the World Series. It's going to probably pick right now. I would say Giants with the home field advantage. The Dodgers, they actually have a reliever going tonight, and I'm trying to see who they have starting. It's not Urias. It's not Julio Urias, who I thought they were going to start. It's actually Corey Knebel, who's going to be starting tonight's game in a very crucial game on the road. So I was a little bit shocked by that.
Wow.
But I think the Giants, their pitching's been phenomenal. Both teams' pitching's been phenomenal. I mean, they're all all-star pitchers really in their lineups, but I think the home field advantage is going to go in San Francisco's favor. So I'm going to pick them to win tonight and go to the ALCS. But the Braves are a good underdog story. I like what they did against the Brewers, who were my initial pick. I actually had the Brewers going. But the problem with the Brewers is that they didn't have no hitting. They had good pitching. They didn't have the hitting. The offense didn't come. They tailed off at the end of the season. The last couple of weeks, they weren't looking too good. So the Brewers are out. But, Astros, they're they're unbelievable. I mean,
I
they
know.
got, again, another team with the total package.
So
They're
who
going
do
to
you
be tough.
like in the series then? Who are you going with?
I'm going to go with the Giants over the Astros in 6. I think that it's gonna pan out over that. I think the Astros are just they're too hard right now. I think they're gonna easily handle Boston. I think it's going to go 5 games. I don't think that Boston's going to put up much of a fight. I really thought the White Sox would have been better than what they were. I mean, they were another early playoff exit.
Yeah, they were disappointing early.
I think, but right now, I mean, I was more shocked at the Rays. I mean, they're the 600 win team that have lost in the first round. I think over the last 12 years, I read something like that. So the Rays, they're another team that just seems to can't be able to get over the hump. So that was sad to see them go. Glad the Yankees got ousted in the wild card. That's always nice to see.
Always.
But no, I think it's definitely going to be a hell of a World Series. I'm going to go with Giants and Astros. So
okay, yeah, I like that.
It's hard to bet against either one of those teams.
It is. Look at what your mother puts up there on the screen. Will you be discussing any gardening tips?
Oh man, this year I feel ashamed to say it. I wasn't really into the whole gardening thing this year. I don't want to say I let my yard go, but I didn't really go into really full in-depth gardening this year. I mean, I kept everything kind of at a minimum, but no, I mean, right now I got to work on bringing my front lawn back again. I had another grub attack this year, so I got to definitely get the seed down before it frosts up. And we've had some unusually warm weather in October, so I keep kind of neglecting it. But no, I got to bring my lawn back again. Just damn grubs. This is like the 3rd time in the last 6 years I've had an attack, and
crazy.
I do everything I can to protect them, but it happens.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to say hello to Mark Vukovitz, and Marty Janes has joined us also in the chat. All right, so the Lions, you just don't know what the problem is. They're drafting.
They have a weak team.
They're very weak.
So that's drafting, right? They draft them players.
Well, I'm giving the front office a little bit of a little bit of leeway because they're kind of new at it, but I like the hiring of Dan Campbell. I thought that was great. I wasn't a fan of his crying antics last week after the loss. Kind of back. He's all boo-hoo. You go from biting kneecaps off, acting like a hard ass, and then you go and start crying at the podium like a baby. I think it's kind of a false sense of hope there, but a lot of people, he's earned a lot of respect, I guess, from other outside sources, and they kind of appreciate that. But there's passion, and then there's just you got to put more focus on the defense of costing you that game. That was your win. You had it, and you blew it. Your defense blew that game. The offense, you get what you get from the offense. They're going to get you 20 points a game. They should, but they're nothing spectacular. But the defense is terrible. Just no defensive line. They don't rush the quarterback enough. They have plenty of time in the pocket. It's all a mess. I mean,
you had 2 rookie cornerbacks starting.
Yeah, 2 rookie cornerbacks. Yeah. It's not good. And right now, my prediction of 3 to 4 wins is looking very, very good right now through 5 weeks. And so you're going up against Burrow over there in Cincinnati. I mean, it could have been a worse matchup. You could have got your first win out of the way last week against Minnesota. Exactly. You blew it. So now you're probably, it's the Lions' luck. They're going to go in there. They're going to hang tough through 3 quarters, and then they're going to blow it in the 4th quarter. I don't think it'll be a blowout. Yeah. I think it'll be within probably a touchdown or 10 points. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but we'll see what Lions team decides to show up this week.
All right. Well, at the end of the first period, it's the Wings 1-0. Let's talk about the Wings.
That's the defending champions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And right now, Tampa Bay, they're a team that's kind of, they really struggled out the gate, their first game against Pittsburgh. They let up 4 goals. I thought that was kind of, out of the ordinary for a team that's still very well put together from the last few years. But
is this do or die? This is the 5th year for Jeff Bashel. Is it do or die for him now this year?
Oh yeah, this is his last year. He ain't going to be a part of this when we take that next step over the hump and when we finally come crashing through the rebuild. I think this year will be
rebuild.
I mean, that's how it's been with the Tigers. 5 years. Usually after 5 years, it's like kind of do or die, I guess you could say. But it's a whole new. 50. It's a revamped team. I love the additions of this team. I love Lucas Raymond making the roster. Mo Sider. I think those are going to be your 2 difference makers. Putting Raymond on the line with Dylan Larkin is going to be money. I think you're going to see him compete for Rookie of the Year honors, Calder Trophy.
What about Bertuzzi not vaccinating? Is that going to be a distraction or what?
No. I mean, it's a personal choice. He is forfeiting a lot of a lot of money, obviously,
A
in
lot of money.
Canada. He's going to be sitting out some games, and I think he's given up close to like $500,000 or something like
Same with
that.
the guy in the NBA, yeah.
He's one of 6 players in the entire league that are unvaxxed, but it's, again, it's a touchy subject, but the players have accepted it. The coaching staff has accepted it. I don't think it's going to be a distraction.
Okay. So you like the Wings then this year? What are you saying? Playoff?
At the end of the day,
It might make playoffs.
they've improved on a lot of key elements. Defense is still, to me, it's very, very unsure, very, very wishy-washy. Goaltending, though, I think was their biggest improvement this year. Signing Alex Najet, I'm not even trying to say it. I call him Alex Ned, but getting him in a steal from Carolina, that's going to provide a lot of goalie depth right now. I think that, he's going to steal you some really, really close games. I think he's going to rack up some shutouts, but I would watch out for guys like Rasmussen, Raymond, Sider. I like that they brought back Giovanni Smith. He's a scrapper. You need that to protect these young guys.
You need them enforcers.
Larkin should get you another 30-goal season. I think it's going to be fun to watch. They got guys also on the back end that are kind of vets that are going to help this team too, like Mark Stahl. You got guys like Sam Gagne, that you might not even think are going to make a big impact, but they're gonna teach these young kids a little bit of a lesson.
Right. Yeah, you need some.
They have an outside chance for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to make it. I think they're going to. I got them probably missing the playoffs by maybe 2 or 3 games. I think they're going to be playing 500 hockey this year. I think you're going to see them right on the cusp of breaking through, but not this year. I think next year is when you're going to see the Wings take that next step forward, kind of like the Tigers. I think 2022 is, or I should say 2022, 2023 for the Red Wings is going to be the difference-making year. But I think it'll be a fun season. You're not going to see this team roll over. They're going to be gritty. They're going to be tough. They're going to be in games. They're not going to roll over for these powerhouse teams like a Tampa Bay Lightning. It's really a team built on defense. And I think that I want to see how this team is the first maybe 15 games of the season to see where our defense stacks up, because that's the only position I feel like they didn't really focus too much on, but they do have that grit. And I think that's going to win them some close ones too.
Yeah. Well, they were 4-4. They were 500 in preseason too. I know that doesn't mean anything.
That don't matter.
But let's, if they stay healthy too, that's a big concern too.
You play 35 guys in preseason.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, we don't talk much about the Pistons because we really don't care much about the Pistons. But
no.
Well, we got to give our Stanley Cup predictions, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
I mean, I like
Stanley Cup prediction.
Well, I mean, if you're a betting person, your best 2 odds right now is the Stanley Cup champions right now are Colorado at a plus 550 and Tampa Bay at a plus 700. And right now, Colorado Avalanche, they're the media sweethearts. They really have got kind of they're everybody's picking the Avalanche to win the cup, and so will I. I mean, I'm a little bit questioned about their goaltending. I know Danny and I were talking about that a couple of days ago. He's not sold on goaltending, but the team as a whole, their defense and their power forwards are amazing.
Yeah.
They have a lot of depth on their team. I think it's going to be Colorado over Carolina. I think Carolina was my pick to win the cup last year. They were an early playoff exit, but they've added some key pieces, and I think it's going to be Colorado and Carolina.
Well, that's interesting.
My wild card, the teams that I would probably not really shy away from is going to be Winnipeg. Winnipeg's always, they were tough last year. They didn't get over the hump and they didn't make it far in the playoffs. But, and also you kind of want to know what comes out of the Seattle Kraken. That's your new team this year, your new expansion team. They actually have better odds to win the cup than the Red Wings, surprisingly.
Yeah, they got some good players.
They didn't draft as well as like a Vegas team did a couple of years back.
Right.
As far as the betting goes, the Kraken right now are actually plus 3,500, whereas the Red Wings are probably the worst. They're plus 20,000 odds. They are dead last as far as to win the cup.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're not going to win a cup.
So the media aren't giving the Red Wings a lot of love. I mean, they're behind the Sabres and the Ducks and the Coyotes, which are equally as bad. So, but I think the Red Wings they're gonna be like the Tigers. I think that a lot of people are writing them off. They're going to be well under 500. I don't think it's going to be the case. I mean, it's a game of injuries and key pieces losing. But I think that with that key improvement in goaltending and with Ned, I think he's going to steal you a lot of games. I'm really excited to see what this team can do, and I think you're going to probably see about a 10 to 15 win improvement from last season.
Well, they got the fans back in the stands, and they got a sellout crowd down there tonight. So
I love it. I love seeing it.
Yeah. All right, Pistons. They're
They
one
got
and
a good
two in the
coach.
preseason.
I like their coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Pistons are another team that the NBA is always a
They're
league
close.
where
They're
it's
close.
the easiest to make the playoffs. You can be 3-4 games under 500 and make the playoffs in the NBA. It's not hard because
Or more.
you only got 2 or 3 super teams that are really in the league that always run away with it. But yeah, with the Pistons, Cunningham is going to be your new top dog. I mean, you got the #1 draft pick. I think with Cunningham coming in there, I'm not sold on him quite yet. I'm always
I'm
very
not either.
touchy. I'm touchy-feely with how I feel about rookie basketball players in the NBA.
Taking a
But
lot on him. A lot of pressure
they are.
on him.
There's a lot of pressure on him. This is going to be a team I feel like that's still two years out or so until they can take it to the next level. But
I think so.
I'm not going to go with a playoff berth this year. Next year, probably 7th or 8th seed. But they're still 2 years away from really taking that next leap.
Okay.
Well, their general managers just changed everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if he's making the good choices, you're probably right. A couple years from now, that'll pan out.
Yeah.
I'm a bandwagon Pistons fan anyway, so if they do good, I'll cheer. If they don't do good, I just won't follow them.
Yeah. I haven't cheered since the Bad Boys.
Yeah, those mid 2000 years were money. I mean, that's kind of how we
man.
feel as Tiger fans too. I mean,
Yep,
today was the anniversary of the Maglio bomb that took us to the World Series back
my
in
God.
2006.
I never get tired of seeing that.
I watched it 5 times today
That's
on
so
repeat.
awesome.
You can't stop.
Chills.
What I would give to go back to them glory days.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Let's
too bad
talk
we didn't.
about our favorite Wolverines, Michigan Wolverines. Looking
A
good.
lot better than we
had a couple of-
expected.
I'm
scares.
kind of, I'm a little bit surprised. They definitely had that hiccup against Nebraska. I really got scared there for a second. I thought at times we didn't deserve to win that. I
Hey,
mean,
Rutgers played them good.
Yeah, Rutgers. I like where they're at right now. I'm really hoping that once they get around to Michigan State, they'll be undefeated as well. Michigan State kind of looks a little bit better than Michigan if I were to compare the two.
Well, that's right.
You've had some bad luck. You've had some good luck in the rankings in the AP polls. You've been able to shoot up a few spots. You're 9th right now. Iowa and Penn State was a great game from last weekend. I'm really shocked.
Iowa looks tough, man.
But Penn State came through. They came from behind and they won that game. So I'm kind of surprised. Or actually, I'm sorry, Iowa won that game. Penn State was up.
Right.
Iowa came back and won that game. I think they were down by 2 scores. So Iowa, number 3 out of nowhere. It's the first time I think I read. It's like the first time in 15 years that there's been 6 Big Ten teams in the top 10 in the AP polls.
Yeah.
Something else.
Wow. Well, let me tell you, the Wolverines got to play a whole lot better than they did against Nebraska if they're going to beat Spartans in Ohio State. Let's just say that.
And Penn State.
And
Penn State,
Penn
State too.
and Iowa too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They don't play Iowa, do they?
They don't play Iowa this year, but they got over that hump when they played Wisconsin. I really thought Wisconsin was better than what they were, but they really shellacked them. I thought that was going to be a tougher game, but
yeah,
I'm not really sold on McNamara either yet. I don't know. There's just something he just isn't clicking for me.
He doesn't hit.
Go ahead.
He doesn't hit the big passes frequently enough. Deep passes, he frequently misses them by a lot.
Yeah, he does.
Well, he eats the sacks too much too. I watch him. He's one that he doesn't scramble a lot. He has a hard time reading some of his receivers. The running game is where we've won our games. I mean, our running game was averaging prior to last week. I think we were top in the entire FBS. I think we were averaging like 260 yards a game or something like that. But we got 2 running backs that we're relying on. So I think that the running game has evolved over this last season, and I'm really surprised.
Oh, definitely.
I didn't think that was going to be something that was going to be our strong point. It's been years since we've had a good running game, but McNamara, he's probably average at best. You got J.J. McCarthy that's waiting in the wings if you need him, but
he platoons them every now and then. I don't know. He's a better scrambler, I think.
Yeah.
I
think that your true tests are going to be still in front of you. I think Penn State's going to be a huge test, and I definitely think that the Spartans. I mean, that game right now is a coin toss. But seeing from what happened with Nebraska, I think that was. I'm hoping that you got your jitters out of the way, and the defense kind of rolled over there in that second half. I think you let up around 19 consecutive points there unanswered. So they definitely they dodged a bullet there against Nebraska. But I think that they'll get that all worked out, and they'll be back on the winning track this weekend.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
They're off this week.
Or this, yeah, I'm sorry. They do have a bye week
They got
this
a bye,
week. Next week.
They
Yep.
play Indiana, I think, and then
Yep.
Michigan State.
Yeah, Indiana should be, that should be kind of like your warm-up game for Michigan State. And then, that's going to be your first big test of the season right there. And if you have what you have, or if Harbaugh's just blowing smoke.
Yeah. So we talked about the Spartans. We won't give them any more airtime, but they're riding on a high. Let me tell you, that's for sure.
They are.
They're surprisingly great.
They really are.
I had them winning no more than 5 games this year. I really thought that they were going to be kind of mid-pack, 500 team, barely making a bowl appearance, but they're definitely in the fight.
Coach has got them playing. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
their coach seems to be doing it so far.
I think they found some magic in him. Let me tell you. I think that's the right mix right there, and I think he's done something with this team. Their defense has been lights out. I think their defense has been kind of a little bit better than ours in recent weeks. So they're going to.
Our defense has been surprisingly good.
Yep.
I didn't expect them to be this good.
Yeah, both have been very, very well. They're pretty much they're cut above the rest, but they're very, very even. I think right now, through the first 6 games between the both of them, I think Michigan State's a little bit better just because of the hardness of the schedule. I think that they're very, very equal right now. It's going to be a very, very intriguing matchup in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, right now I got to give advantage to Spartans. I really do. I hate to say it, but
it is in East Lansing too.
Yeah, it is, and they got home field.
Yeah, so there's another advantage.
It's going to be a hostile environment for sure.
Big time. That's going to be
Michigan State's got some tough schedule ahead.
Yeah.
Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State. They're going to be hard pressed to win all of those games.
Right. All right. I want to say hi to John Murray. John Murray's joined us too in there. Thanks for joining us. All right. And let's wrap it up with I know we have some NASCAR fans out there. We got to talk about NASCAR. The playoffs are happening.
A lot of drama. Well, we're already into the round of 8. They're almost over, and it's been all drama. It's been a lot of beating and banging. It's been great races. If you caught that Roval race last week, obviously the Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick saga continues. It's not. I don't know if it's over yet, but Chase definitely finished it as far as Harvick was concerned.
That was such an exciting race. I mean, I watched it from the beginning to the end. I'm telling you. I'm glad. I liked the Roval. Yeah,
I was skeptical, but every race they've had since 2018 has been exciting. I mean, every finish has been good. The racing's been good. It's the best, in my opinion, it's the best road course on the schedule.
Yeah. So who are you picking for the final?
Well, right now, 3 out of my 4 that I initially picked are still in it. The only one that's not in it still is Alex Bowman. He got eliminated last round. But my final 4, as it is right now, I would say it's probably going to be Larson, Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch, and Denny Hamlin. They're probably the 4 best right now you got left in the field. If there was a wild card or kind of a dark horse in the mix, I would say Ryan Blaney. I think Ryan Blaney, Chad and I were talking about that a couple of days ago. I think Ryan Blaney
he would be. Yeah, he'd be.
He could sneak into that any one of these couple tracks.
Truex could too. He could too.
Yeah, Truex has been a little bit too inconsistent this year. I don't think he has the same luck as he's had from a couple of years ago. But I think it's going to take a lot of luck for him to get to the Final Four. I don't think he can't point his way in. I think you're going to see. I think all 3 of these upcoming races are going to be won by Chase drivers. And the one guy like you could probably sneak a win out of there would be Ryan Blaney. But I think ultimately when it's your year, and I think Kyle Larson, it's destiny at this point. For what his team was able to show with that, having that electrical problem in the Roval, basically he was 10 points out of the chase at one point out of the playoffs for the next round, and his team was able to muster all that and get him back out there, and he won the damn thing. So I think he's destined. It's going to be very, very hard. It's going to take, and what's going to suck is I think if he were to lose it, it would come down to the last race at Phoenix, and it's going to be some bad luck thing, loose wheel or a slow pit stop. If that's what costs him, that's going to be really, really, really a shame. But I like Larson. Chasing him, dueling it out in the Final Four will be a hell of a sight to see. But it's going to be tough to dethrone him.
If our boy Chase can't do it, then I think Kyle is the odds-on favorite.
Yeah, Team Hendrick for sure all the way. I mean, it's going to be you're going up against you got 3 Penske cars that are still in the playoffs, and you got 2 of the Joe Gibbs guys, and then you got 200 guys. So it's going to be a dogfight. It's the same 3 teams, all 3 power teams every single year. But I don't Chase. I'm not counting him out yet. I mean, he
No.
can definitely still repeat.
He's a scrapper. He is a scrapper.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I love what he's done.
If his crew doesn't screw him, he'll be all right.
That's always his problem. Is
That's
I feel
the
like that when it matters most, his crew does kind of screw him, or he does mistakes of his own, and he he speeds on pit road or something like that. But no, Larson, with his ability, the speed that team has shown, and also the fact of what his crew's been able to do for him and the entire season. His crew won him that race last week. I mean, his car was good, but his crew got him back out there, and he was looking at finishing in the mid pack. I mean, at best. So to see that, you don't see that kind of stuff very often. I mean, that electrical kind of thing that doesn't happen very often, where you can just get back out there and not lose a lap. But he was lucky it happened on a road course.
Yeah. I'm just not thrilled with Phoenix being the last race, though. I'm not happy about that.
I think it should be a rotating race. I think it should be like the Super Bowl. I think every year they should go to a different track. Hell, I'd love to see Bristol. I think Bristol would be great.
Bristol.
What you got to worry about though with NASCAR and with racing in the playoffs and the championship races, that you gotta kind of be consistent with it. But there's weather too. You got to stay in kind of like that southwest market.
Yeah.
But I also think too is that there's certain tracks that favor certain drivers. It's totally obvious. Road courses, you probably will never see a road course be the championship race because there's two drivers that dominate road courses every year, and this year it's been Elliott and Larson.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'd love to see a short track in the championship. I think Martinsville would be great. I'd love to see Bristol.
Yeah.
The cookie cutter tracks kind of get old. I mean, you see it, they're a dime a dozen. Phoenix is okay, but it's just kind of a ho-hum track. It's kind of boring. It's very vanilla.
Right.
I kind of like Homestead better, to be honest. I think the racing at Homestead was a little bit better.
Even the Monster Mile would be good,
Yeah, Dover.
Throw that in there.
Yeah, you could do Dover. Richmond, I think, would be a nice race to have the playoffs. But, again, you got to play it on the weather. You got to play it on the markets.
Yeah, Dover.
It's all about the dollar at the end of the day, and whatever market makes them the most money for the championship.
Dinero.
They put in a lot of money at Phoenix at ISM Raceway to host that championship now, and I mean it's delivered, but
you're right,
it's not the greatest racing.
All right, let's say hi to Jerry Thorne from Party Animal Travel. He says, "Hi guys, great show."
Yeah, where's Jerry?
Also, Sherry Weatherby Frost. She says, "How about those Tigers? Am I too late?" Recap.
Yeah, we will
recap a quick recap for her, Derek. What you thought? They did good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Tigers are a team that's going to be an exciting 2022. I thought that they exceeded expectations this year, and I think that pitching is going to continuously develop. I think that they're going to get only better right now. And once again, if they can score a Carlos Correa, or they can, I got to look at the free agents available, and maybe we'll make some trades in the offseason. Who knows? But this is a team that's definitely on the rise. I don't see them getting any worse. Obviously, if that would be something catastrophic happening, but I see them only going up from here.
Yeah.
Sherry says, yeah, definitely a roller coaster. Yeah, true. But they played some exciting baseball this year. I was real happy.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
All right. Well, any final thoughts, Mike or Derek, before we let you go?
Well, live looking at the Red Wing game right now. They're actually they're up 2-0 right now. They scored almost right off the bat in the second period. So they got goals from Dylan Larkin and Tyler Bertuzzi, two of the guys we mentioned. Awesome. So yeah, those are going to be
left in the second period.
Oh yeah. That's going to be your 1-2 punch this year. And let me see, Mo Sider also has an assist tonight, and so does Philip Zadina. Those are, I'm telling you, you get those young guys clicking, and you got them on those first two lines.
Who's in goal, Derek?
Oh, Alex. Well, Alex Ned, I call him, but it's Ned Jakovic. Ned Jakovic, I guess is. I really can't say the last name, but I call him Alex Ned or just Ned. Yeah, that's what he was known in.
They need to give him a nickname for sure.
That's what he was known at. He was actually a funny story. He's actually a former Plymouth Whaler. He played for the Plymouth Whalers back in the day. Yeah, so
Danny
played for the Whalers, and he was with
Michigan Ties.
Yeah, Michigan Ties, Carolina Hurricanes. We stole him right from underneath them. I mean, that was a hell of a deal that Eisman pulled off. We got him essentially for pennies. So that's going to be your goaltender of the future right there.
Awesome. All right.
Yep.
Well, I guess we can wrap it up. That was a good segment.
Yes, it was.
I think. Very, very good information. Always good to hear your thoughts on everything. So,
yeah, like I've been mentioning before, I mean, now that we've got at least a couple Detroit sports teams coming back come back to life, we'll probably be bringing D&D back sooner rather than later. I mean, now
I
we'll
hope
have some
so.
exciting stuff to talk about. So
Yeah, we've had people
Yeah.
ask when D&D is coming back.
it's
So
never been fully canceled. It's never been canceled. It's
Just
always been
hiatus.
on long hiatus. That's where we're at right now, but we'll be back.
Well, I'll tell you, with this
Good.
StreamYard, you use StreamYard, you can do it remotely like this. And
Oh yeah. Yeah, we
lot
could
of
do this
fun.
totally.
yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, you take care, and we'll see you real soon. Thanks again for coming on.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, my pleasure. All right, guys. Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
See you later.
All right. Good information. He
It
loves
was.
the sports.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I love sports too.
Yeah, I do too. All right, Mike, before we get to the events, I just want to remind everybody the next city council meeting is going to be Monday, October 25th in the council chambers, and that's located at 6000 Middle Belt Road. These meetings are informative and a great way for you to get involved and voice any concerns that you might have. So they look forward to seeing you. All right, Mike, you ready?
I'm ready.
Tune it up, baby. Here we go.
Me. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day
Time for
when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave. You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Let's see what we got up here first. A couple of the same ones, and we got a few new ones. So
Okay.
here we go.
Okay. Tech Talk with Julie. First and third Monday of each month, 10:30 to 11:30 at the Maplewood Center.
Yep.
I hope to get back into attendance of those. Preschool playtime, Maplewood Community Center gym, fun activities, make new friends. Mondays 9:30 to 11, $3 drop in. Parents and kids ages 1 through 4 come imagine, play, and create. Call 734-793-1877 for more
Always-
information.
Always something for the kids. It's good.
Yep. Okay, here's the commodity stuff.
Mm-hmm.
USDA has commodities third Wednesday of every month. These are all distributed at the Maplewood Community Center Emergency Food Assistance Program. This one is free to Garden City residents only, and it takes place, as I said, on the third Wednesday from 9 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then Focus Hope, and the first Wednesday of every month, has a food box program that's free to all Wayne County seniors only from 11:30 to 1:30. You can call 734-793-1857 for more information.
And you know, there's so many shortages of food and everything. This is a good thing. As long
Yeah,
as we're
well-
not short too.
Yeah, we're not bothered personally by the shortages because
Mm-hmm.
we have enough stuff, but the people that are really
Desperate.
going hungry and need this stuff, this
Right.
is critical.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, Wednesday's drop-in kids dodgeball, ages 6 through 12, 6:30 to 7:30, is $5, and then you have RC tracks, all ages 7:30 to 9:30, $10, limited rentals available. This is at the ice arena, isn't it?
Correct. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Monty Python Spamalot, starting next week, October 15th to 31st at the Inspire Theater Tickets. Tickets are $8. You can get them online at inspiretheaterticketleap.com.
Yeah, I guess first week completely sold out, and they're really going fast. So
That's great.
yeah,
Right.
we're going to try and get over there. I don't know if we're going to make it, but we're going to try. So
Okay, Maplewood Center Thrift Shop is having a sidewalk sale Saturday, October 16th from 10 to 2.
yep, that's going to be a good deal. Go say hi to Kathy Ward.
Yeah,
She's still working there.
I'm not sure. I think she is, but she's got a lot of issues with health and family
Right.
and stuff that's
Yeah.
curtailing some of her activities.
Yeah.
Hollywood Egg Hunt at the City Park Ball Fields, October 16th. It's free. It's at 8 p.m. 3 age groups, 0 to 3. 4 to 6, and 7 to 10. Glow stick egg hunt. Bring a bag to carry all your eggs home. Arrive early for the costume contest. Prize for best purchased costume and the best homemade costume. Thriller Live just minutes before the egg hunt comes. Watch Zombies from Dance Express perform Thriller.
That's going to be pretty cool. At 8 at night, I would imagine they'll have the lights on over there, probably on the ball field, eh?
Yeah, plus they're going to have the glow light things. Okay, right. This is one that I had a note of. I got it from off of what's his face's newsletter.
Mark.
Yeah, Mark's newsletter.
Gutman.
Spooky Story Time.
Yeah.
October 21st from 6 to 7. Stories, music, ciders and donuts, goodie bags. This is going to be at the Garden City Public Library. Sign up is required. Family fun, come in costume.
Right.
Garden City Spooktacular. Garden City Parks and Recreation, Saturday, October 23rd. Ages 5 through 12, cider donuts, fun Halloween music at the Maplewood Community Center, costume contest, pumpkin painting, games, and a spooky photo booth. Tickets are $8 for child, $4 for sibling. It's from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. You can call 734-793-1850 to register.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
Ghostly Goodies. Now collecting candy for trunk or treat. Donate at the Garden City DDA, the Straight Farmhouse, or Carrot Stick Sports to be entered in a drawing to win a prize. Donate by October 27th, 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's for this trunk or treat.
Yeah. And trunk or treat itself will be presented by the Garden City Business Alliance. It's October 28th from 5:30 to 7. Although if you're in line at 7 o'clock, we'll get you through there.
Mm-hmm.
We won't shut the gate in your face or anything. To Schoolcraft College Radcliffe Center. $1 tickets are required. Free candy. Family friendly.
Yeah, they can go to trunkortreatgc.ticketleap.com to get their
okay.
So yeah, you got to have a ticket. They're not selling tickets at the gate either, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Get your game on. Learn to play soccer. Ages 4 through 6 Tuesdays at 6. Soccer skills ages 6 through 8. Tuesdays at 7. Maplewood Community Center from November 2nd to December 21st. $45. Call 734-793-1882 to sign up.
Yep.
Nerf Wars. Epic Nerf Wars. November 6th, ages 7 through 10, 11 a.m., $15. Call 734-793-1850 to sign up. Where's this at? Is it Maplewood?
That is at, boy, that's a good question. Doesn't say, does it?
No.
Yeah, they'll have to ask when they call, I guess.
Yeah.
It's either at the Ice Arena or Maplewood, probably.
Yep. Dodgeball. $25 for ages 7 through 11. The Dodgeball League is Mondays from November 8th to December 21st. It's 8 weeks long, starts at 6:30. To register, call the Parks and Rec office at 734-793-1882.
Yeah, they'll tell you where to report to.
Adult Dodgeball League. Wednesdays, November 10th to December 29th, 7:30 p.m. To register, call the Parks and Rec office, 734-793-1882. This is for 18 and over, $150 for a team of 6.
Yeah, and this is, they moved this from the high school to the junior high because the auditorium's under construction.
Oh, okay. The Veterans Day ceremony will be on November 11th at 11 a.m. at the Garden City Middle School. And as Carrie said, that's a new location while they complete work on the auditorium at the high school. This will be at the middle school.
Right. Yep. In the gym over there. So they're looking forward to having that. And then we got a couple more.
Looking for quality crafters? Direct sales spots are limited. You must confirm your availability. This is for the Garden City High School Holiday Craft and Vendor Show on December 4th. Garden City High School. You can get information going to vendorshow@gmail.com or facebook.com/GCHS Craft Show.
Yep. This is a pretty good event here in Westland.
Oh, yeah. 2021 Taste Fest, Westland's premier holiday charity event, presented by the Wayne County Community College District. It's Tuesday, December 7th from 6 to 8:30 at the Hellenic Culture Center, 36375 Joy Road in Westland. Tickets are $25. There's live entertainment, fantastic food, live auctions and raffles. Tickets are available at the Westland Chamber of Commerce. Proceeds go to the Westland Rotary Charities and the Westland Chamber of Commerce. It'd be a big event.
Real nice. Real nice.
Looks like it.
All right. And that I just have one here, and then I'm going to let you talk about the pig race.
I will do that.
Community Shred Day is Saturday, next Saturday, October 23rd, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the City Hall parking lot, 6000 Middle Belt Road. They would like you to enter off of Ford Road onto Central. Come in that way. They will accept 5 paper bag grocery bags or cardboard banker boxes of sensitive paper documents from Garden City residents and businesses only to shred at no charge. No plastic bags, please. They're also doing a prescription drug disposal, pills only, no liquids or needles. And they will be collecting home pantry food donations of non-perishable food items, toiletries, or cash donations. And that's, once again, next Saturday.
In past years, they've had the Secretary of State there. That's not going to be part of it this year?
No, they won't be there this year. Strictly the shredding. Yep.
Okay.
So what do you got about the pig race? Now that's going to be when?
Oh, it's a week from Saturday. I think.
A week from, let's see. Let me check my
Yeah,
calendar.
a week from Saturday. It's at St. Thomas Aquinas. Tickets are
Next
now
Saturday,
available.
you're saying next Saturday? 23rd, huh?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. 23rd. Yep.
Tickets are now available. They're $20 in advance. We've got 30 pigs entered, although 29 of them are obviously paying second fiddle to Chapmeister. But in any event,
Yeah, put your money on Chapmeister.
yeah. There'll be great food. There's going to be baskets and stuff you can bid on, and it should be a good time.
Yeah, doors
Looking
open.
forward.
Doors open at what? 6, 7, 6?
I think 6.
6 o'clock, and okay, bidding I think starts at 7 or 7:30, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay. What else you got? Anything else?
Yeah, I got something that we got today at the Kiwanis meeting.
Okay.
Douglas 3-4 campus is looking for male volunteers to instruct our male youth on how to play chess.
Oh wow.
This lunchtime interaction will also serve as a mentoring opportunity.
Huh.
Checkers is also an option for those of you who are chess challenged. We are looking for people to volunteer from 11:20 to 1:05, 1 or 2 days a week. If you're interested, please contact Cindy Stapleton at 734-762-8450 for more information.
You know, I got to tell you, when I was in the Navy, that's all we played. We played spades or we played chess when I was in the Navy on board the ship. And I could not tell you one thing about chess today. I completely forgot all about it.
I know the rules, but I can't plan more than one turn ahead. I'm not like these guys that got things figured out for 3 or 4 turns in the future.
I know it. But yeah, it was a fun game. It's definitely intriguing, you know.
Yeah.
You got to pay attention for sure. All right.
When I was in college, I think we had a different favorite card game every one of my 4 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My roommate and one of my best friends and I played. One year we played cribbage and just kept a running score.
Okay.
Oh, no, not cribbage. I mean hearts, and kept a running score.
Hearts, yeah.
And
Played
and
hearts.
as soon as one person started to pull away, the other two would gang up on them and bring them back to the pack. We played cribbage, played hearts, and I think my senior year in our fraternity we played bridge.
Oh,
And
wow.
you'd come up from dinner, which was downstairs in the fraternity house, and it got to be where there'd be three people sitting at a table saying, "I need a fourth for bridge." Eventually, it was one guy sitting at the table saying, "I need three more for bridge."
That's funny. Yeah, that's something I never played either. We did play spades. We did play hearts. Played a little bit of euchre. And that
I
was
played
about it.
euchre. I played hearts.
Yeah. Spades,
My-
spades and hearts, kind of similar. Spades
Yeah.
and trump.
My family and I have a Saturday night get together where four of us play a game called Hand and Foot.
Oh, you play that too, huh?
Uh-huh.
I played it, I think, once. Mayor Walker's mother likes that game a lot.
Yeah, she does. I don't know if she's still actively playing it, but
No, I don't
but
think
she's
so.
but we're pretty competitive at it. My granddaughter, my daughter, my wife, and I.
I'll be darned. Well, that's good. And that's every Saturday?
Every Saturday.
Oh, wow. That's nice. Nice way to get together and just enjoy one.
Yeah, we have dinner and then we play cards afterwards, play a game.
That's nice.
We draw for partners every week, so it's not the same people playing on the same sides. And we have a modification which we call family friendly rules.
Oh, okay.
The family friendly rules are you're not allowed to go out until everybody's had a chance to at least have one turn playing their foot.
Oh, okay. And one of the other rules is what? Don't talk politics.
And we don't do that pretty much.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like a good time.
It is.
All right. You know, Mike, we're always looking for guests to be on the show. If you or someone you know might be interested, it's very easy. You can contact us through our website at gccommunitychat.com. Send us your name, email address, and a brief message, and we'll get back to you within 24 hours. Or you can message us on our Facebook page or text us at 734-788-9319. Doesn't matter what community you live in, we want to hear from you. During this time, we'll do the show remotely and safely from the comfort of your home or office, just like we did tonight. Maybe you own a business or belong to an organization you'd like to share your information with us and the surrounding communities. If so, contact us today, and we look forward to hearing from you. And just a reminder, our show has no boundaries, and everyone is welcome to come on and tell their story and share their information, just like tonight. Yes, we are Garden City Community Chat, but we continue to always be a platform and a voice for all communities and businesses who wish to be a part of the show. So go ahead and contact us whenever you're ready, and we look forward to hearing from you as well. And with that said, Mike, I think we're ready to call this a podcast.
Podcast.
Special thanks to our guest, Derek Partin from D&D Sports Chat.
It was fun.
Yeah, he did a great job, and it's nice to hear they're going to not revive, but take it out of hiatus, the show possibly very shortly.
Yeah.
So we'll look forward to that. He did a great job. Also, big thanks to my fantastic co-hosts, Dr. Tom Marwinski and Mike Jones. Great
You're
job.
welcome.
Always. Mike, any final thoughts?
No, I just thankful for all the good wishes I've received. I'm making progress from this back surgery, and I can actually walk without aid slowly, but walk without aid. We'll see what the surgeon says on Tuesday when I go back out and see him. I'm sure he's not going to release me for driving immediately or in very much vigorous activities, but
right. Well, that's good to hear. Sherry Bauer and Kathy Ward, thank you very much. Great show, they said. And thanks everyone for watching. We really appreciate it. Remember, this show will be available right after we sign off tonight, so you can catch it later at your convenience if you tuned in late by going to facebook.com/GCChat or just look for GC Community Chat on Facebook. Also, catch us on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for GC Community Chat. You'll find not only this show, but all of our past shows as well. And please subscribe to the channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. We would really appreciate it. And as always, we continue to thank all the healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. We can't thank you enough. Be safe, and we want you to know your families and you are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And when you see any of these heroes, please let them know how much you appreciate them. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. And don't forget, we like to promote community unity, right, Mike?
Absolutely.
So let's be united and support one another. And please don't hesitate, vaccinate. We all need
A lot
to
of
work
these,
together. Get them
a
numbers.
lot of our restaurants and stuff
Yes,
are really being challenged these days. So
they
if
really
you can
are.
just order a takeout meal,
Right.
it's going to
Anything.
help them.
Yep, exactly. Anything to put some money in their coffers. And I know they're having trouble getting employees.
Yep.
If you're looking for a job, please go and apply to any of these places that are so desperately hurting for help. So yeah, it's up to each and every one of us to get them numbers down as well. And Mike, if you see something,
Say something.
right, look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to doppertomsweather.com. He's got a great user-friendly website over there. We will see you right back here next week, October 21st, live on Facebook. So until then, consider getting vaccinated. Stay safe and have a great night. See you, Mike.
Hang loose.
See you, everybody.
Hang loose.
Goodbye.
Yep.